Welcome to the 3 Show, everybody. I'm your guy, Vinny Paracelli. We've got a lot of advancement to tell you about coming off the Thanksgiving holiday. 6 players earning a call-up to the NAHL this past week. We've also got an NA3HL alum doing work up at Utica, so we'll tell you about that. We're going to start, though, with the highlights from the past weekend. It may be goal of the year, the Michigan, pulled off by Cole Stewart of the Yellowstone Quake on Saturday night. It was the #1 play of the week in the NA3HL as the Quake sweep the Gillette Wild. In the Midwest Division, Peoria scores an overtime win over the Evansville Junior Thunderbolts. This was also one of the top plays of the week as Blake Finley gets a perfect pass after a great individual effort by Jack Radley. We've been telling you all season long that the NA3HL is a step above the rest, and this week proved just that. 6 players earning call-ups to the NAHL. Let's start with Matt Hamill, who was called up to the Northeast Generals from the NA3 Generals. The defenseman played last weekend for Northeast in their 5-4 win over New Jersey. For the season, Hamill has 2 goals and 20 assists in 21 NA3HL games. The Niagara Falls Powerhawks had a pair of players called up to the Northeast Generals in the NAHL this week. First up is defenseman Justin King. The 18-year-old from Toronto has 6 goals and 18 assists in 19 games played thus far. Matthew Minicello is also heading to the Generals. He's only 16 years old, but he's had a fantastic rookie campaign so far. He has 6 goals and 8 points in 13 games so far this season. We head to the Midwest as Will Baginski from the St. Louis Junior Blues has earned a call-up to the Austin Bruins. The forward from St. Louis has absolutely dominated since joining the Junior Blues early in November. He has a pair of goals and 7 assists in just 5 games played. He's had at least 2 points in his last 4 games. St. Louis also announced Ben Jones made his second trip to the NAHL last weekend as he played on Sunday for the Springfield Junior Blues. He has 1 assist in his 2 games in Springfield. Last but not least, North Iowa's Brendan Studioso also earned his second trip to the NAHL as he played with the Minnesota Wilderness last week. He scored his first NAHL goal on Wednesday as Wilderness won 4-1 against the Minnesota Magicians. The NA3HL has over 300 alumni currently playing in the NCAA, and this past weekend, Connor Landrigan was named the UCHC Rookie of the Week. The Utica College Pioneers scored 3 goals and 2 assists in Saturday night's win against Chatham in UCHC action. He currently leads all rookies in the league with 7 points. They are celebrating a milestone in Cody, Wyoming, as head coach of the Yellowstone Quake, Ryan Theros, won his 100th game as coach of the team. The win came on Friday night as the Quake knocked off the Gillette Wild 11-4. We've got one matchup to look out for this weekend. It's the Granite City Lumberjacks and the Wilmer Warhawks participating in a home-and-home series. The Jacks currently have a 3-point lead in the West Division, but a sweep in regulation from the Warhawks would propel them to first place in the West Division. The NA3HL Showcase is coming up in 2 weeks right here in Blaine, Minnesota. Be sure to get your tickets and book your hotels at our website, na3hl.com. Go give us a like on Facebook or give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram at NA3HL. And be sure to stay up to date with all the latest scores, highlights, and news from the NA3HL. That's going to do it for us here in Blaine, Minnesota. My name is Vinny Paracelli. Thanks for watching The 3 Show, everyone. We'll see you next week.